destroys the wages of American workers. And so now we have an American media that says, how dare Donald Trump stand up for the American worker? I think I speak for the American worker when I say, thank God for President Trump for finally standing up for the American worker. Enough is enough. For 40 years, the people of this country, the businesses, the workers, everybody have been neglected, they have been ignored, and they have had a leadership that refuses to stand up for them. And that changed just 7 short weeks ago. And that basic change, that basic idea that the purpose of the American presidency is to fight for the American people will guide our policy for the next 4 years. And I have to say, yes, this is not always easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. We came into office, again, with the largest peacetime deficits in American history, $2 trillion. We've never seen deficits like that ever, and certainly not outside of a time of war. And we ought to ask ourselves, what did Joe Biden buy with all of our borrowed money? And the answer is not a damn thing. So we have got to take this country in a different direction, and that is what President Trump's economic policies aim to do. We are done selling out the American worker. We are done overregulating American businesses. We are going to be guided by a very simple principle. Build in this country, we cut your taxes, we reduce your regulation, we reduce your energy costs. Build in this country, make American manufacturing great again, and we are going to fight for you, and the president will too. So let me conclude again by saying thank you. Thanks to Paul for hosting. Thank you to your incredible facility and for what you do every single day. But as a kid who grew up in a working class family, let me just say this, that when I was growing up in Middletown, Ohio, everybody who worked hard seemed to be able to find a good job. And something changed. I don't know when I was a teenager or maybe a little bit later, but when that great steel mill that supported the town was the lifeblood of the town that I grew up in, when it went from 10,000 jobs to 2,000 jobs, the American working people started to get destroyed in the process. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep running the same exact playbook over and over again, expecting different results. We've got to run a different playbook. And 7 weeks ago, President Trump started to run that different playbook. We are not going to borrow from future generations to buy stuff that the communist Chinese make for us. We are not going to put people on welfare instead of giving them good middle-class American jobs. We are not going to drive housing through the roof. We're going to make it affordable again to afford an American home. That is what we're trying to do. And yes, my friends, it's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to be able to fix everything that Joe Biden broke. But I think after 7 weeks, the progress is pretty good. Egg prices are lower than they were when we took office. That's good. We got gasoline is much lower than it was when we took office. We've got inflation at the lowest level that we've seen in many years for the American people. So we're making very, very good progress. But we know that 7 weeks is not enough. What we need to really rebuild American manufacturing, to really invest in the American worker, is not just 7 weeks of solid progress. It is 4 years of President Trump fighting for the American people every single day. And so let me say, this is not going to be my last stop in Michigan by any means, but as I leave here to go back to Washington, I feel invigorated. I feel invigorated by what you're building at this facility. I feel invigorated by the incredible opportunities that this plant, this facility provides to American workers. I feel